The iconic 70s sitcom What's Happening brought unforgettable laughs and timeless characters. But wait until you see the cast now. From skyrocketing fame to heartbreaking struggles, their transformations will leave you speechless. Who thrived, who vanished, and who faced shocking twists. Try not to gasp as we reveal what's happening. Then versus now. Let's get started. Danielle Spencer as Dee Thomas. Danielle Spencer became a household name in the 1970s for her role as Dee Thomas on the hit sitcom What's Happening. As the sharp-tongued, money-loving little sister who often blackmailed her brother Raj, she brought humor and charm to the screen, earning her the title of the first black female child star. However, her life off-screen was filled with challenges and triumphs that have made her legacy even more inspiring. In 1977, at the peak of her career, tragedy struck. On September 6th, Danielle and her stepfather, Tim Pelt, were involved in a devastating car accident on the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, California. Their AMC Hornet was rear-ended and pushed into oncoming traffic, resulting in a head-on collision. Tim Pelt tragically lost his life, while Danielle sustained severe spinal injuries and was in a coma for 3 weeks. The accident left her with lifelong challenges, including spinal stenosis, which would later require surgery and extensive rehabilitation. Yet, despite the odds, she fought her way back to health, a testament to her resilience and strength. After What's Happening ended in 1979, Danielle initially stepped away from acting. Inspired by her late stepfather's dream of making a difference, she pursued a degree in veterinary medicine. She attended the University of California and later Tuskegee University, eventually earning her veterinary degree in 1996. For over 25 years, Dr. Danielle Spencer has been a practicing veterinarian in California, treating animals with the same compassion she learned from her own battles with physical pain and recovery. Her personal experience with spinal injuries profoundly shaped her approach to animal care, focusing not only on alleviating pain, but addressing its root causes. Despite her successful veterinary career, Danielle couldn't stay away from the spotlight entirely. In 1985, she reprised her role as Dee Thomas in What's Happening Now, delighting fans with her return. She later appeared in films like As Good as It Gets, 1997, and Peter Rabbit and the Crucifix, 2001. She also wrote a memoir, Through the Fire, Journal of a Child Star, detailing her life as a young actress and her journey through adversity. In addition to her veterinary and acting careers, Danielle ventured into fashion design, launching the Dani collection, inspired by her unique style. Her contributions to entertainment and culture earned her a place in the permanent exhibition of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in 2014, making her the only former child actor to receive this honor. However, life continued to challenge Danielle. In 2014, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a disease that runs in her family. Shocked but determined, she approached her diagnosis with the same resilience she had shown throughout her life. "With everything I've been through, I know God wouldn't give me another affliction," she shared, while courageously exploring her treatment options. Today, she is 60 years old. Ernest Thomas as Roger Raj Thomas. Ernest Thomas, known for his role as Roger Raj Thomas, portrayed the main character on the sitcom What's Happening. Raj was a high school student characterized by his good manners but notoriously bad dance moves. Living with his younger sister Dee and their divorced mother Mabel, Raj stood out among his friends as the intellectual one. Throughout the series, Raj pursued his dream of becoming a screenwriter, often saving up for a typewriter or attempting to impress television producers. Raj was instantly recognizable with his thick-rimmed glasses, a quintessential cliché of the thoughtful and slightly nerdy character. He was beloved for his distinctive voice, which alternated between a high-pitched laugh that brought laughter to viewers and an exaggerated deep tone used to impress older girls. Ernest Thomas, an African-American actor born in Indiana in 1949, gained prominence in the mid-1970s and established himself as a multifaceted entertainer. His career began with a notable debut in the 1974 Broadway production Love for Love. Thomas honed his craft at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts before relocating to Los Angeles to pursue a full-time acting career. Soon after, Thomas secured roles in prominent television series, including The Jeffersons, as Ronnie Walker and the 1975 hit Beretta. His versatility shone through with appearances on The Brady Bunch Hour and a memorable role as Kai Luba in the miniseries Roots, following his consideration for the lead role of Kunta Kinte. Thomas continued to leave his mark with varied roles in shows such as Everybody Hates Chris, where he played Mr. Omar, Basketball Girlfriend as Lenny, and Malcolm X as Sidney. Beyond acting, he is the founder of Bravo Kid Entertainment, showcasing his commitment to creative endeavors and the entertainment industry. Despite Ernest Thomas's extensive filmography, his most iconic role remains that of Roger Raj Thomas on the beloved sitcom What's Happening and its sequel, What's Happening Now. The role catapulted Thomas to stardom, but it came with sacrifices. He candidly shared, "I lost a few friends when I landed Raj because everyone wanted to be Raj. I auditioned against over 200 actors for the role. After numerous callbacks and screen tests, Thomas secured the coveted role, which he believed was a result of divine intervention following his prayers." Taking on the role at just 26 years old, Thomas quickly became a household name as Raj, contributing to the show's immediate success and high ratings during its original run from 1976 to 1979. His portrayal endeared him to fans, and along with fame came wealth and influence, marking a significant milestone in his young acting career. Thomas later reprised his role in the sequel, What's Happening Now, which aired for 3 years starting in 1985 after a 6-year hiatus. After the conclusion of What's Happening, Ernest Thomas found himself grappling with the unexpected weight of fame and affluence at a young age. The sudden cancellation of the show came as a devastating blow, a discovery he made from a newsstand, which would profoundly impact his life. Thomas admitted he spiraled into a period of depression following the show's end, turning to drugs like cocaine, crack, and marijuana. These substances provided a fleeting sense of euphoria, but ultimately led him into a darker realm, where he battled addiction and encountered profound inner turmoil. Reflecting on those turbulent times, Thomas acknowledged the allure of drugs, describing the initial rush as awesome. However, he also confronted the destructive aftermath, where negative thoughts and feelings of inadequacy haunted him. Ernest Thomas faced a turning point in his life as he struggled with addiction after the end of What's Happening. Initially, he tried to manage his drug use, but over time, things spiraled out of control. His wake-up call came when he lost everything and was evicted from his home, unable to afford rent. Moving in with his supportive sister, Thomas realized he needed a drastic change. Inspired by his Muslim upbringing, Thomas turned back to his faith and began praying fervently for help in overcoming his addiction. His journey to recovery took a pivotal turn when a Muslim acquaintance spoke to him candidly, urging him to reclaim his life. Since developing a personal relationship with God in 1975 and embracing Islam, Thomas has been vocal about the transformative power of faith in his life. He attributes all his achievements to God's guidance and believes in sharing the message of God's unconditional love and ability to perform miracles. Thomas has channeled his experiences into his book, From Raj to Riches, Overcoming Life Through Faith, aiming to inspire others to prioritize their faith and trust in God, even amidst the challenges of showbiz. Fred Barry as Freddy Rerun Stubbs. Fred Barry, known as Freddy Rerun Stubbs, brought comedic flair to the role of Rerun on the hit show What's Happening? With his trademark red beret and suspenders, he often stole the show with his witty humor and memorable dance moves. Despite being teased for his weight and perceived slow wit, Rerun charmed audiences with his infectious energy and iconic catchphrase, which lent its name to the show itself. Born on March 19, 1951, Fred was already 25 years old when he took on the role of the teenage Rerun. Originally written for a skinny white actor, Fred impressed producers with his audition, famously quipping, "I am a skinny white guy." This charisma led the producers to rewrite the character specifically for him. Fred earned the nickname Rerun due to his habit of repeating classes in summer school. His character's comedic timing and dance prowess were a reflection of his real-life talents. He honed his dancing skills as a street dancer and was a founding member of the Lockers, a renowned dance troupe. The group's appearance on the early episodes of Saturday Night Live in 1975 cemented their status in pop culture. On What's Happening, the Lockers appeared as the Rockets, a dance group Rerun auditioned for within the storyline. Fred Berry's portrayal of Rerun not only showcased his comedic talents, but also his impressive dancing abilities, making him a beloved figure on the show and beyond. Fred Berry gained immense popularity for his role in What's Happening, to the extent that he legally changed his middle name to Rerun. However, behind the scenes, Fred faced personal struggles exacerbated by his fame. As the fat jokes aimed at his character increased, Fred began to take them personally, leading to a spiral of heavy drinking and drug use. He made 3 attempts to leave behind his celebrity status and the accompanying riches, feeling disillusioned with it all. His teenage experimentation with drugs and alcohol escalated with his success, as he could afford to indulge excessively. At one point, he was even purchasing drugs from individuals working on the studio lot. In a candid interview with the Cincinnati Call and Post, Berry revealed, "I was addicted to drugs and alcohol for 10 years and probably spent $1 million partying and tried to commit suicide 3 times. I just got tired of being tired and decided to rededicate my life to the Lord in 1984. In another interview with People magazine, Fred candidly expressed, "The stress of success got to me, the fat jokes got to me. I was empty inside." His behavior off camera earned him a reputation as a troublemaker. Seeking higher pay, he once convinced co-star Ernest to go on strike with him. Fed up with his antics, the show's producers eventually canceled the series rather than meet his demands. After What's Happening, Fred struggled with financial mismanagement, reportedly spending over $1 million on cars, homes, and drugs. He battled obesity and struggled with addictions to alcohol, substances, food, and relationships, having been married 6 times to 4 women. Despite these challenges, his fame from the show occasionally landed him small roles and guest appearances in productions like Martin, In the Hood, Bum Runner, and Scrubs. Following this spiritual recommitment, Berry experienced a transformative recovery. He successfully overcame his addictions and stopped his cycle of suicide attempts. Embracing his faith, Berry redirected his life toward spreading the gospel. He began speaking at churches, schools, and various community groups, sharing his journey of redemption and offering hope to others facing similar struggles. Despite his success, Berry's personal life was tumultuous. He married and divorced 4 different women a total of 6 times. In 2003, Berry passed away from natural causes at the age of 52, leaving behind his wife and 3 children. Following his acting career, Berry found solace and purpose as an associate minister and evangelist at a church near Huntsville, Alabama. In an interview with the Los Angeles Sentinel, he reflected on his spiritual journey, expressing a profound connection to the church, where he felt the power of God like never before. His legacy endures through his contributions to entertainment and his spiritual leadership in the community. Mabel King as Mabel Mama Thomas. Shirley Wilson, whose real name was Shirley Hemphill, played the wisecracking waitress with a sharp tongue at the soda bar where the 3 main characters, Raj, Rerun, and Dwayne, frequented. As a heavyset woman, She often found herself the target of fat jokes, but was always quick to retort with her hilarious one-liners. Born on July 1st, 1947, Hemphill was around 28 years old when the show first aired in 1975, likely a few years older than her character. After What's Happening concluded, Hemphill was offered her own show, One in a Million. She played Shirley Simmons, a taxi driver who unexpectedly inherits a multi-million-dollar corporation and a massive fortune from one of her passengers. Despite its promising premise, the show was short-lived and canceled after just a few weeks. Following this setback, Hemphill continued her career primarily in comedy clubs across the country. She made minor guest appearances on popular shows such as The Love Boat, Trapper John, M.D., and Pryor's Place, before reprising her role as Shirley Wilson in What's Happening Now. When the sequel series ended in 1988, Hemphill took on smaller roles, but her health increasingly interfered with her ability to act. By the time she appeared on The Jenny Jones Show in 1997, her health had severely declined and she could barely walk. Despite these challenges, Hemphill continued to work until her last screen role in 1999, appearing in an episode of the television series Lynx. Sadly, in December 1999, Shirley Hemphill was found dead at her home in West Covina, California. She was only 52 years old at the time of her passing. Authorities believed she died from natural causes. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department revealed that Hemphill's gardener discovered her body face down in her home. According to the report, she appeared to have been dead for some time. Hemphill reportedly lived alone. Hemphill played the gang's sharp-tongued provocateur on the show What's Happening, quickly becoming a fan favorite for her quick wit and memorable one-liners. Throughout her career, Hemphill's role in What's Happening left a lasting impact, showcasing her talent and comedic timing. Her untimely death marked the end of a vibrant and influential life in entertainment. Heywood Nelson as Dwayne Nelson. Dwayne Nelson, known by his real name Heywood Nelson, portrayed one of the closest friends to the main character Raj on the popular sitcom What's Happening. He played the reserved and painfully shy character who often struggled with anxiety around girls, fitting in at school, and concerns about his future. His iconic catchphrase, "Hey, hey, hey," became a part of everyday vernacular during the show's run. Heywood was born on March 25, 1960, which meant he was approximately 15 years old when he auditioned and 16 when the show premiered. This made him the only actor among the three main protagonists who was close to his character's high school age. Throughout the series, Heywood appeared in every single episode, distinguishing him as the only cast member to maintain a consistent presence from start to finish. After a brief departure due to salary disputes, Ernest Thomas and Fred Berry left the show, leaving Heywood Nelson to carry an episode on his own. According to rumor, Heywood played a significant role in naming the show. After I'm like, "Man, we gotta call it What's Happening." And everybody was like, "What?" And everybody was like, "Yeah." I said, like what's happening, cool. And everybody was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then, everybody chimed in. After the show ended, Heywood pursued studies in architecture and electronics engineering. He made guest appearances in one episode of The White Shadow in 1979 and portrayed the character Kowalski in the 1981 horror film Evil Speak. Heywood later reunited with his old friends for What's Happening Now. He also appeared in a 1990 episode of Dragnet before taking a hiatus from acting. He briefly returned in 2003 to portray himself in the film. These days, Heywood Nelson keeps a low profile, but during the height of his fame, he and his co-stars were sensations, sought after for every talk show and magazine. In an era before the internet and social media, they managed to keep their private lives away from the cameras effortlessly. Years after the show that propelled him to fame ended, Heywood opened up about his love life and shared some infatuations he had while filming. Surprisingly, he nearly married a famous actress who had a small role in What's Happening. In an interview with Essence magazine a few years ago, now 58-year-old Heywood confessed his crush on his co-stars Danielle Spencer, who portrayed Dee Thomas on the series, and Shirley Hemphill, who played Shirley Wilson. "I had a big crush on Dee. She's amazing, and if our age difference weren't an issue, it would have been very tempting waters. Dee was sharp and a clever young girl. She could talk back to adults and get away with it. I also had a crush on Shirley. I loved her wit. I admire people who are fearless, and being a spiritual person, I connected with her spiritually." The actor-turned-producer also revealed that he nearly married Debbie Morgan, well known for her role in the series All My Children. Reflecting on their relationship, Heywood admitted that his youthful recklessness led to its demise, something he deeply regrets. Now, Debbie Morgan, who appeared on the show, and I used to date. It was my fault. I blew it. It didn't work out because I was too young driving around in a Porsche, interested in road trips with my boys when she wanted more time. If I had my head on right, I would have married her. Both stars eventually moved on with their lives. Heywood is now married to Kanadia Sky, a member of the royal family of Saudi Arabia and Dubai. She also serves as his attorney and operates an oil petroleum technology corporation named Skywood, where Heywood has been consulting in recent years. They married in 2014, and since then the former actor has maintained a low profile, likely due to the responsibilities and expectations that come with being part of a royal family, where discretion is crucial to protect the family's reputation. While Heywood Nelson has stepped away from the screen, he remains actively involved in the entertainment industry behind the scenes, primarily working as part of production crews. Over the years, he has contributed his expertise to numerous TV and talk shows and has provided consultancy services to various production companies. As of 2024, at 64 years old, Heywood continues to play a significant role in shaping the entertainment landscape, albeit away from the spotlight he once graced as a beloved actor. Debbie Morgan as Diane. Debbie Morgan, known for her memorable role as Diane in the 1976 sitcom What's Happening, was a rising star who quickly captured the attention of audiences with her engaging performance. Diane, the girlfriend of the character Raj, was charming and full of personality, becoming a key part of the show's ensemble cast. Her portrayal of Diane was full of warmth, humor, and a sense of relatability, allowing her to connect with viewers in a way that few others could. Morgan's role on What's Happening may have been brief, but it marked the beginning of a prolific career in both television and film, where she would go on to earn critical acclaim and recognition. Born on September 20th, 1951 in Dunn, North Carolina, Debbie Morgan was the daughter of Laura, a teacher, and George Morgan, Jr., a butcher. She also had a younger sister, Terry. When Debbie was still a child, her family relocated to the Bronx, New York, where she would spend much of her formative years. In a 1997 interview with People magazine, Morgan opened up about the challenges she faced growing up. She described her father as an abusive alcoholic, a hardship that marked her childhood. While he never physically harmed his daughters, Morgan recalled the emotional strain, with her mother often running from her father to protect herself and her family. Morgan's father tragically passed away from leukemia in 1975, a year before she began to rise to prominence in Hollywood. After graduating from Aquinas High School, Morgan pursued her passion for acting, quickly making her mark in the entertainment industry. In 1976, she joined the cast of What's Happening as Diane, a role that would set the stage for her future success. Though her time on the sitcom was brief, lasting only from 1976 to 1977, it helped launch her into a steady career. As the show ended, Morgan's acting career continued to flourish. She went on to appear in a variety of television series, including Loving, Generations, Roots, The Next Generations, and The City. Her performances earned her accolades and recognition, and by 1989, She became the first African-American actress to win the prestigious Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her role as Dr. Angie Hubbard on All My Children. Morgan's career continued to soar in the years that followed. She became a prominent figure in the soap opera world, joining the cast of The Young and the Restless after her time on All My Children. Her character, Yolanda Hamilton, was well received, further solidifying her status as a versatile and talented actress. Morgan's career also expanded beyond soap operas, with notable roles in Mandingo, 1975, where she portrayed Daite, and in the acclaimed Roots, The Next Generations, 1979, where she garnered critical praise for her portrayal of Elizabeth Harvey, the great aunt of Alex Haley. Morgan's personal life has been just as dynamic as her professional one. She has been married 4 times, with her current husband, Jeffrey Winston, being her partner since June 2009. Throughout her personal and professional journey, Morgan has maintained her net worth of $12.5 million and her status as a trailblazer for African-American actresses in Hollywood. Today, Debbie Morgan is 74 years old. 9th Earl Billings as Rob. United States has carved out a notable career in both television and film, leaving a lasting impression with his diverse roles and distinctive presence on screen. While he is best known for his role as Rob on ABC's beloved television series What's Happening, Earl Billings has showcased his versatility across various genres and platforms. Beyond his memorable stint on What's Happening, Earl Billings has made impactful appearances in numerous television shows and films. His credits include roles in acclaimed productions such as Antwone Fisher, where he delivered a compelling performance, and American Splendor, a film celebrated for its innovative approach to storytelling. Television audiences may also recognize Earl Billings from his appearances in popular series like The Incredible Hulk, where he brought depth to his characters, and Something New, a romantic comedy that resonated with audiences for its fresh take on love and relationships. In addition to his television and film work, Earl Billings has extended his talents to various projects, including memorable guest spots on shows like Misguided. Earl Billings' career is a testament to his dedication to the craft of acting and his ability to bring authenticity to every role he undertakes. And there you have it. From their unforgettable roles in What's Happening to their incredible journeys in Hollywood, these cast members have certainly left their mark. Do you love diving into the transformations of your favorite TV stars? Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Let us know which What's Happening cast member surprised you the most. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video.